Howdy, hello, and welcome back. Today I'm joined by my podcast co-host and soon-to-be star of the Preferred Brunch. It's Amber Valentine. Today, Amber and I are going to be breaking down the Broadway Collection, which is the first ever The Preferred Brunch. So, Amber, are you ready to talk about some musicals?
Let's spill some tea, girl.
Let's spill some tea. We're also going to be talking about the entertainers who are representing these musicals and so on and so forth, our connection to the musicals, and all that good jazz.
Let's do it.
Don't forget, you can get your links to the tickets for the very first The Preferred Brunch found in both of our bios and our socials.
So make sure you go and get your tickets and save some money, honey. We're starting our deep dive with our special guest of the Preferred Brunch, Puddin'. Puddin', who is representing Wicked.
We love Wicked. And we love Puddin'.
Coming back into drag.
Yeah.
Glad to see her back.
She's getting a moment in the sun, a little moment. So Puddin' is she was one of my very first special guests on my channel, and she's my special birthday guest because she's a really, really close friend of mine, and they wanted to get back into drag, and I was like, hey, I have a birthday show coming up, and I know you like musicals, and I know they've never done a brunch either. So we mixed the two, and it happened. And you can also catch Puddin' on the Preferred show that night at 11 o'clock for, as mentioned, the birthday ball, which is my birthday show. So you can catch them in the brunch and the birthday show.
Which are both at Dolphin Dance Club.
Dolphin Dance Club. So you have the brunch at 1 p.m. and the Preferred show at 11 p.m.
And there will be food at the brunch.
There will.
Home cooked food. Well, DDC cooked
Home
food.
cooked.
As mentioned, Puddin' is representing Wicked in the Brunch, which is an amazing musical.
Yeah, I love Wicked.
It's so mysterious, really.
Yeah. We talked about it in the podcast when we talked about musicals. They never really tell you that the first part of Wicked is a little boring until you get to the very last scene of the first act, which is Defying Gravity.
Yep.
And then it picks up with the second act. But yeah, the first act is definitely not.
Defying Gravity is one of my favorite songs. So the show follows the lives of green-skinned Elphaba,
As we were put there.
who is a little witchy, and blonde popular Galinda, as they go from enemies to friends, and eventually become the Wicked Witch of the West and Galinda the Good Witch, respectfully. Which carries on into the Wizard of Oz and all that.
Have you ever seen Wicked?
It's been a long time since I've seen Wicked.
I saw Wicked on Broadway, and it was crazy. It was crazy. But it's a really good.
I haven't seen it on Broadway yet. I haven't.
Do you have a favorite song?
Definitely Popular.
Popular
is a good one.
Popular.
And what's the other one? It's what's the other one? It's Loathing.
Who would you want to play in Wicked if you got to be in the production?
Definitely the Good Witch.
We're gonna be Good Witch.
Yeah,
Glinda?
we're gonna be Galinda, girl.
Galinda.
We'd go for Galinda.
I would probably want to play Elphaba.
Makes sense. That'd be us.
Wicked girl.
I could be Ariana Grande. Next on our list is me, myself, and I, Amber Valentine, representing the Phantom of the Opera.
The Phantom of the Opera. Whoop.
Where, girl? Where? From his hideout beneath 19th century Paris Opera House, which, if anybody knows me, Paris is my thing, one of my main obsessions. The brooding Phantom schemes to get closer to the vocalist Christina Daae. The Phantom wearing a mask that only covers half his face, not his whole face, to hide a disfigured, burnt face.
Crisp.
Too crisp. She was crispy, girl. And just throughout the movie, really bullies the new management of the theatre into giving Christina that main role, which, terrified at the notion of her absence, the Phantom enacts to plan to keep Christina by his side, while Raoul tries to foil the scheme.
Raoul is a sneaky snake.
Raoul is a past friend of Christine.
And Christine is probably my favorite character in this because Christine, one, in the movie it's played by What's-Her-Face from Shameless. Love What's-Her-Face.
What's-Her-Face.
awards, girl.
What's her face was slaying, girl.
Yeah.
What's her face is slaying.
But yeah, I love the Phantom of the Opera. It's really good.
Something more mysterious as well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And we love the mystery girl.
Oh, love the mystery girl. Going to the musical part of it, I actually haven't seen the musical in about 4 years. During the COVID shutdown in my 3-month layoff, because we was collecting that government money, honey.
Taking it to the bank.
They actually did a free screening on YouTube of the whole musical on YouTube, and yeah, it was definitely brought back some memories because it's been a minute since I've seen it and you know, the actual musical form.
I mean, when it comes to the actual sense of like, because I've seen an off-Broadway production, and really it's no different than the movie.
I would say it's the same storyline.
It really is.
So the only difference is the movie doesn't have moving sets in it visually.
Would you say you have a preference of which one? I'm always gonna say in person because, you know.
Well, in Phantom of the Opera is something that in person you can like really feel and like really get into the mood of it. However, I personally like the movie itself just because, like I said, it's just a little more cleaner.
It's also very well directed, very well acted out.
Very well. Yeah. And honestly, in the movie itself, my favorite character is honestly probably the Phantom, because the Phantom did so well. So good.
Do you have a favorite song?
I have a couple, but the soundtrack from it alone is just phenomenal. But I honestly think of Me is probably my favorite. Think of me. Think of me.
I would say either The Music of the Night or Masquerade. I love that.
I do love Masquerade. I do love Masquerade.
And what would you make? What made you pick the Phantom of the Opera to represent for the Broadway Collection?
As soon as I knew what the Phantom of the Opera was, when I was in like single digits of age.
That's fair.
To be fair.
That's fair.
You said musical, I was like, ding, Phantom of the Opera.
That's fair.
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh. So once again, make sure you get your tickets to the Preferred Brunch. You can find it in Amber's social medias. Amber, what are your social medias? Amber_V_Valentine on everything. Yeah, so make sure to go follow Amber, go look in her socials to get the tickets to the brunch, and you can see Amber do the Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera. We're making some mixes.
Yeah.
So including some male voices, because you can't do the Phantom without the Phantom.
Of course.
And like, so.
But of course. And that would be like your first time performing with a male voice, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, but I won't be singing the male voice part. It's almost kind of like I'm Frozen during that part.
We love Frozen.
So, we love Frozen.
Yeah.
We love Frozen.
The next entertainer is totally Fetch. It's Deja Moore representing Mean Girls.
We're trying to make Fetch a thing, Gretchen. It's not gonna work.
I know. So Mean Girls is a musical based on the movie from 2004, and it follows Katie Huron as she is a exchange student from Africa coming to join the high school and try to make new friends and find out the consequences.
From the jungles of Africa.
From the jungles.
The jungles of Africa.
Yeah, and they have the whole little kitty fight.
It's like very like the Jungle Book.
Yeah. Mean Girls is like one of our favorites. First off, if you are queer, you should know and love Mean Girls.
You should. You better. If
Point
not,
blank, her.
I'll say if not, there goes the card.
Yeah. But Deja Moore is representing Mean Girls in the Preferred Brunch. My first time meeting Deja was probably 2.5 years ago at DDC. She's kind of a home queen of DDC. She represents, rotates, and twirls for the girls at DDC all the time.
Dope it.
She was in the first ever The Preferred Show and hasn't been quite a few The Preferred shows. She is also in the Preferred Show that night as well with Put In, the birthday ball. And there's so much... Yeah. How are you trying to tell me? How are you trying to come onto my channel?
You put in Inspector Gadget.
And
Cam. Deja. There's that enough for it. My bad.
And there's so much more Deja to come.
There is. Literally. I was just...
What's your favorite production of Mean Girls? Do you prefer the movie or do you prefer the musical?
So I'm OG movie. I'm, you know, old. So I am OG movie. I am not a huge fan of the musical, but I'm the same with like Heathers. The movie, I'm fine. The musical, I'm not. I really dislike.
Well, I mean, as I mentioned in the podcast, my main issue with it is Tina Fey should have never tried to make a musical. Tina Fey is good at writing comedy movies and movies in general. Musicals, not so much.
Yeah, which I just went and watched the new movie, Mean Girls, and for my opinion, it was horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite song from Mean Girls, the musical?
I mean, not really.
I don't either. I really don't either.
Because, I mean, to me, Mean Girls isn't a musical. It's a movie.
Well, I mean, there were Broadway productions of it
Right.
on, Broadway.
I've only ever seen it like once other than the movie, to be fair.
But I've seen videos of the productions of it, and I mean, there's a few songs, but it's just such a ripoff of Heather's.
My favorite part is she don't even go here.
Yeah.
During the very emotional part.
What Mean Girl would you be?
Girl, I'm Regina George. Okay.
I'm Gretchen Wiener.
I'd be Regina George. I could be Regina George, or I'm sure I could play a very good Karen as well.
You definitely give Karen. I would definitely be Gretchen Wieners.
I'm trying to detect the weather.
You got it. Yeah. The next entertainer is a very, 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 very lucky entertainer because she gets to represent my favorite musical, Hairspray. It's Emma Xerxes.
Should have brought my hairspray can.
Hairspray, my mama told me not to use it. So Hairspray takes place in 1960s Baltimore, where we see little Tracy Turnblad try to fight her all to dance on the Coney Collins show and essentially fight racism on the Coney Collins show and, segregation, which is not so cute. But through her twirls, her big girls, because she's a big girl, I thought that was clever.
So clever. So clever. So clever.
Anyways, Tracy turns the show out and shows them that you can't stop the beat, no matter your color or size.
With John Travolta in drag. One of those drag movies that all of these straight people love, but we hate drag.
Yeah. But as mentioned, this is my hands down favorite musical. I have been obsessed with, because if you did not know, this was originally a John Waters movie with Divine playing Edna Turnblad, the mother originally, and that's where the whole idea that a man dressed in drag plays the mom. But I've been obsessed with that, and then when they made a movie in 2007 with, John and Zac Efron and all that good stuff, and Nikki Blonsky and all that, I was even more obsessed with it. Girl, ain't nothing there. My first time meeting Ember, of course, once again, she is a local girl of DDC. She is actually my co-host for Drag the Competition every second Friday at DDC, where you fight off to see who is the wiener.
We love wieners.
Yeah. Anyways, but I absolutely love Ember. Ember is like the comedy queen of the area. She is the bearded goddess. She is the big, bloated, bearded. I absolutely love Ember. You can catch her at Drag the Competition on Friday, the Preferred Brunch on Saturday morning, and who knows, she might show up for the Preferred show just to come and sit and chill.
I'm excited to see what she does with her.
And you also love Ember as well.
I love Ember.
Y'all always
Ember is like
the
sweetest soul.
And she's gotten so shady recently, which I love. I'm so here for it.
Not because she's around you all the time and then me on top of that.
Because she sees us fighting all the time.
Yeah.
What's your favorite production of Hairspray? Do you like the Divine movie, the 2007 movie, or the musical?
I'm very 2007 movie.
Yeah, of course.
I am.
Of course. We literally just watched the 2007 movie the other night. It's so good.
Yep.
It's so good.
So good.
Even John Travolta with his Scientology. What's your favorite song from Hairspray?
You can't stop the beat.
I have so many. I think if I had to really pick down one though, oh my god, there's so many. It's my favorite. I've loved it for so long.
So you're like me with Phantom of the Opera music.
Yeah, no, but it's bad. I literally used to have it on DVD and played it so much I burned out the DVD.
I mean, technically, I wonder if like Phantom also gives me like my obsession with Paris.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the tease. I've always, since I was a little kid, I'm gonna take you back real quick. Okay. So when I was a little
like
kid,
10 years ago,
2007, I was a little kid and I saw Hairspray with Nikki Blonsky as Tracy, and I saw a lot of myself in her and really wanted to be her, and I really think those were my first trans thoughts.
hence the hair.
And really looking down to it, it's like literally, I mean, my mom is not at the term, but on a psychological level, she is, because she didn't really understand me doing drag until she saw that it was successful. So she saw it was something I loved and I was being successful with it. And then that's when she was like, oh, okay, I understand it. And she was super supportive. I think that's why I'm obsessed with Hairspray. But if I had to pick a favorite song, I'd probably pick I Can Hear the Bells.
Okay.
I can hear the bells. Yeah, it's so good.
I'm so weak.
It's literally my favorite. And also that's what I want my love story to be like. Little fun fact about me, when I was a theater kid in high school, because I did do theater, if we actually turned around the camera, you could see all of my little posters that someone hung up. My biggest dream was just to be in a production of Hairspray so I could play Edna Turnblad. I've always wanted to play Edna Turnblad. So without a doubt, I would want to play Edna Turnblad in a production of Hairspray. Who would you want to play?
What's her face's mom's name?
I could also see you being Corny Collins.
I
could
would.
definitely see you being
100%.
Corny
I would.
Collins. Yeah.
That slick back gel hair. Oh, coincidence.
Lastly, the host of the Preferred show. I wonder who it is.
Me. Duh. Oh, that's right. The hosting spot was taken. My bad.
Because it's the Preferred show. Preferred. Anyways, it's me, myself, and I representing Grease.
Because it's what? Grease Lightning.
It's Grease Lightning.
Grease
I
Lightning.
gotta squeeze the balls. So Grease is a musical that goes from friendships to romances and adventures of high school students. Yeah.
And we
have Sandy. We have Danny.
We got Frenchie. We got
Frenchie.
Jan. We got
We love Jan. Kaneki. Riz. Anyway, takes place in, I know, that was the
not a little Kaneki over here.
Grease takes place in the 1950s, and we see their romance plays out, and we see, should I change for the man or should I stay the same?
We change for the man.
We always change for the man.
We always change for the man.
I know what you're thinking though. I know what you're thinking. I can read a little bit of minds. Sajay, why are you doing Grease? Honestly, I don't know. Actually, I can tell you why. It's because I didn't want people to predict me to do Hairspray. But I've always loved Grease as well. Grease was actually my first introduction to musicals as kids. I remember my mom showed me Grease and I had it on VHS, and I literally played it so much that I the VHS tape.
My grandma had it automatically rewind for me every time.
And it's crazy to think that as kids we were watching that when that...
Yeah. But that was also the era of like Dirty Dancing also. So that was like, that Dirty Dancing and Titanic was the era that I was in. And they were like all three of my favorite movies. Loved them. Greases.
We were watching Grease and I was literally casting the Preferred Brunch, and I was like,
yeah.
And it once again happened to the point where I had such a hard time picking out songs because I was like, they're all so good. Do you have a favorite song? From Grease?
I don't know. It's kind of tied between Helplessly Devoted and Sandra Dee.
I do love Helplessly Devoted.
So do I. My favorite version is the Grease version, but Sandra Dee is everything. Which they kind of play off of each other. Because it's literally Sandra Dee and then we go cry at the little kiddie pool.
I think mine would be There Are Worse Things I Could Do.
Oh, that's a good one too.
If you give me that song in a lip sync, that other person's going home.
I would say...
that would never be a lip sync.
I would say Beauty School Dropout, but somebody kind of ruined it for me. So...
Wondering who that was. Beauty School Dropout.
I love that.
Anyways,
I love that song.
Who would you play? Because mine would definitely be Frenchie or Riz. I would probably Riz actually.
I'd be straight up Sandy. I would straight up be Sandy.
Zoom into the arm here. That's not very Sandy like. I would definitely probably play Riz.
I can see it. I don't know. I could also see Frenchie for myself because I love Frenchie. But then I also could probably go straight Kaniki or Danny as well out of drag. Grab your tickets today in our socials to see all of these amazing performers represent their musicals.
Tickets are $15 online if you do grab them online. They're $20 if you get them in person. So I'm telling you, save the money, like you mentioned, honey.
Hey, $5 is $5, girl.
That's a pizza. Well,
no, you need an extra $5 for pizza.
All that does include your food for the brunch, of course, and your show. And if you pay a little extra money, you can get some drinks. And if you tip us, we'll do a little bit better. But all that money from the tickets do go to the entertainers. So I promise your money's just not.
And it is very expensive to look as cheap as what we
It
do,
really
y'all.
is. So please do your support. I mean, if you're waiting to do your tickets in person, I guess that's more money. So.
But if you buy 2 tickets online, that's $10 right there saved. So then you can get a pizza. It's gay math, girl. It's gay math. Drag queen math? I don't know.
It's 2 eyeliners.
Exactly.
Actually, one ticket online compared to person is it's enough to buy an eyeliner.
Did you just have a stroke? The Broadway Collection is an 18+ event.
Rules. Yeah.
Only at the Dolphin Dance Club, so make sure you bring your identification cards.
Yes.
And your 1s and your 5s. And then of course your 10s, your 20s, your 50s, and 100s for the 2 of us.
And this is different because usually shows at DDC are different prices if you're 18. This is straight up flat $15/$20.
Hey, you ain't gotta worry about paying an extra $10 above, 21 and out. The legal adults, the real adults, girl.
So yeah, make sure to get your tickets on all of our socials. And speaking of socials, where can they follow you, Amber?
Amber_V_Valentine on Instagram and TikTok, and Amber V Valentine on Facebook. And my link tree is in all my bios. So.
Which is where you can get the tickets. The tickets! Don't forget your tickets. What is it? Ticket! From the Polar
Ticket!
Ticket!
You ain't got your ticket. We're throwing you off the train, bro.
You can follow me on all of my socials at The Only Preferred. I have Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, YouTube, Pornhub. Don't forget, once again, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to keep repeating it until you do it. Like, comment, and subscribe.
And share.
We're almost getting up there. And share.
And share.
We love share.
Well, and you gotta share it with
share
your
with
people
Broadway.
to get more
Relax. Share.
Yeah.
And comment what your favorite musical is. We want to know.
And your favorite song from the musical.
Yeah.
Because, musicals aren't musicals without the songs.
Yeah. Stay preferred.
And full of love.
And of course,
Broadway!